So now she's chilling with. So it's currently 12:20. I went out for coffee with my sister at 10. It was about 15 minutes away, so I didn't have to travel too far. I did start to do some work there, but the Wi-Fi was absolutely atrocious and I couldn't use hotspot because there was no 4G. So I was there for about 30 minutes fighting with the Wi-Fi, and then I just thought there's no point in this. So I've come home, and as you can see, I'm not in the office, I am in the kitchen because Jim is working from home. So you can probably hear the washing machine, which is really ideal. I wonder actually how well you can hear me because I've not got my AirPods in. So hopefully you can hear me well enough. All I did when I was in the coffee shop was continue doing the executive summary. So I just added some information about the leaders. Obviously, I think I mentioned in yesterday's video that the leaders are essentially me and my mum. And then Jim is obviously there to give us info about finance stuff because that is not my forte. I'm going to put my AirPods in because I feel like the sound is going to be horrendous. Okay, as I was saying, I've written about the leaders. I think I just wrote about future plans, but it's really hard to not write a lot of information because the ideas that I have are a lot. I think it was somewhere on this template where it said something like you need to lay a good foundation first before you start adding additional services to the service. It's important to have like a stable foundation first. So I need to keep remembering that because my brain and cogs are thinking of all these different ideas which would be like miles down the line. So I think I need to actually take some time today to think about what the basics are that we're going to offer initially and see how that goes first and then start doing all this other stuff. Like I'm there thinking like I wanna I can't even be asked to actually go into depth about what I was thinking because the stuff that I think about is just too much and it's just overwhelming. So yeah, today I'm going to just kind of continue with this executive summary thing, hopefully kind of complete that today, make it look all nice, add the logo and stuff, so then that's kind of ready for next week. And then I'm just going to kind of continue with completing the business plan on the template that I found because it will help me to be able to know what it is that I need to do. I think I might have actually mentioned what is included in kind of the contents of this business plans template. But it will help me to kind of actually in depth think about all the different things and kind of start doing the research behind some of the stuff because it says about the industry background, the competitor analysis, market analysis, a marketing plan. Saying that, one of the challenges I feel that I've come to, which isn't really much of a challenge, but it's just something that I've been thinking about, is how do I start like the social media side of things for a business or a service that has not yet come to fruition? Because it's like, well, what photos do I use? I don't want to use other people's photos. I suppose I can use inspo, but I've heard that I think using Pinterest photos is copyright, which makes sense, but I don't know how people get away with it. But yeah, I was thinking about maybe starting the Instagram. I've got the Instagram's name, but yeah, just thinking about what I can post. So I'm thinking of posting about the mission, the vision, potentially actually some of the information that I've written in the executive summary and just like a little photo with like, I don't know, the leaders or the industry or the service. I guess that's kind of all I can do at this point. But yeah, it's kind of fun stuff still. I'm sure that will change at some stage. I think I'm doing everything very superficially at the moment. Once I actually start seriously looking into this stuff, I think that's when I'll find it a bit hard, because like I've mentioned before, my concentration span and just general retaining of information is a bit, you know, not great. But we'll cross that road once we get there. At the moment, I'm just going to have a look at this. I still need to actually edit the video from yesterday, so I might do that for the next half an hour, because me and Jim will probably go out and have a walk whilst he's on his lunch break. So if I maybe do that and just get that done, because for some reason that can take me ages. But yeah, I'll do that and then see where we're at. Quick, we're doing our outfit. It's a new or two. This is us going for our walk and to go to Sainsbury's to get pizza. We've returned, and obviously I had to get an iced coffee as it's part of the ritual. Here I am. I don't know, to be honest. I'm back. It's 4:15. I've completed the executive summary. I'm just gonna kind of proofread it again. I feel like I've spent a lot of time doing things that I didn't necessarily have to prioritise, i.e. I guess I do. I like to do the kind of designing side of things. So I've just kind of done the colour scheme for the executive summary. I've just put some information about our little team. And yeah, so I'm just going to proofread that. I'll probably go over it again at some stage. I want to think about starting to post some things on the Instagram, just so then there's, you know, something there and I can start uploading some things and hopefully some people will start to see it and be interested. That would be the ideal situation, but anyone that uses Instagram for their business, I think especially if it's not actually up and running yet, knows that that can be quite difficult. But what isn't difficult nowadays, you know? And in this situation it would be really helpful to actually just have someone to be able to give some input without me having to find someone. But Jim mentioned today that he's not actually sure how it works in terms of me being in the UK and having a business in a different country, because I'd have to open the business here in the UK, but I'd be making money. Well, I probably wouldn't be making money, but okay, well, no, wait, let me think about this. So Jim mentioned to me that I'm likely going to have to speak to someone to get information around how it works running a business in a different country to the one that you live in. Because also I live in the UK and I want my business to be in a different country. And that country, by the way, that's where my parents live, and that's where I'm from originally. So it's not like a random country I've just decided to open a business in. But yeah, anyway, he doesn't know how it works in terms of I'd have to open the business in the UK, but obviously it would be running there, and it's likely I'd go back and forth. But does my tax, do I get taxed there and here? I don't even really understand how that works anyway. And I don't know where to get that information from either. I'm sure it's probably something I can search. Maybe I can get an online, someone with that information. But yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow I have work from 11 until midnight, and I don't want to overwhelm myself too much. So whether or not I'll do anything in the morning is a different situation. Obviously, with being on a quite a late shift, if I have some available time, then at that, maybe the people I'm working with have some information around how to run a business in a different country. But yeah, so I'm not sure if there'll be anything for me to update tomorrow. I'm going to carry on for maybe the next hour or so, and yeah, I'll let you know what happens. So it's dinner time, it's 7:15, which is actually pretty late for dinner. Well, actually, we've been eating dinner around this time over the past couple of days, but hopefully it's not too loud in the background. I did just actually have to watch the video that I made earlier to kind of find out what I said I was going to do, because I can't really remember, and as I have said multiple times, I get a bit distracted. Part of that distraction from then to now is I redesigned the logo, which I'm not that mad about because I do prefer what this logo looks like. I think, why is it, I feel like picking a logo is really a difficult situation. But anyway, I spoke to my mum, who is in obviously the country where we want to open this business. Kind of spoke about the fact that, you know, where are we going to open it in terms of tax, etc. And Jim has also shed some light over the fact that we should open it in the other country, because obviously nothing should really be happening in the UK regarding the business. My mum knows someone out there who can help us to open a sole. Jim? Mum said that she knew a woman who would help us to open a. She didn't say sole.
Close corporate company.
Yeah. So wait, what was it called again? When I spoke to my mum, she said that she knew someone that would help us to open the business out there, but it wouldn't be. I imagine it wouldn't be the same situation as opening it here, because I would have thought that we would have just done it as like a sole.
What, in the
trade.
UK?
Yeah.
In the UK it would have just been a limited company. It would have just been you. Whereas in South Africa it can be like a close corporate company, so it is part of another entity, but not like, doesn't come under the same like sort of heading, so the income, the expenses don't get mixed together. It's just where you have sort of like connected people. So you might have a director of like the main one is also the director of this one, and then, you know, it could be director of something else that's also linked. So
no, wait. So you said it was a trust.
It depends how you. Yeah, well, they have a trust, so I'm guessing they want to do it in a trust.
So the way that it seems like Mum was thinking it is, she wants to connect it with the trust they already have. Is that right?
That's it, yeah. The one that she has with OP, where she's a director of that, and then she'll be a director of your business along with you, and it would just be basically like in a chain. You'll just see the one your mum has in South Africa already at the top, and then it'd just be like a, try and think of it visually. It would just have like a line going to it, and it would just be like, do they know the name?
What kind of? Oh no, not
okay.
What, the business name?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, and then it would just be, Anya's business, and then you'll just see like Anya, Ma, and everyone else.
So is that what this is?
So yeah, if you think of it like that,
this is what I've been seeing this, and I didn't understand how I would even begin to start laying it out.
Like in a close corporate, you'll see leadership would be like your mum's, the one with OP, and then yours would be like IT, and then your mum might have another one, separate one, where she does whatever. And that's what it would look like if you put it visually. And then you'd have the business, and then you'd have Anya, and that's Ma. Ma is head of this, Anya is head of this, and stuff like that. So that's what a close corporate is like. But the income and expense of this company it would not be filed on the same statements as the main company. She's keeping it.
See, this is why I need to do this not on my own, because I don't know any of that information, and I didn't know that was a thing. So you can't do that in the UK, or you can?
You can do it.
Oh, you can.
Is because all your business, your trade is going to be in South Africa. You're going to employ.
No, we don't know the country yet.
Okay.
Wait, have we said SA prior to this?
Sorry.
Hopefully that makes some sense. Yeah, it will to anyone who actually watches it to this point. So, as I've mentioned multiple times, the executive summary is the thing I was focusing on. I've done that. However, we actually do have a backup venue anyway, which I love. It just is unreal in terms of location. I just have a vision for what we can do with the space. So we've essentially got something regardless. And yeah, I'm going to said country in November. So I've got some things to plan and sort out by then. I'm not really 100% sure what those things are that I'm going to plan and sort out yet, because as you've noticed, as you've probably noticed, I'm learning things on the go, which is obviously understandable, seeing as I don't really know what's going on. So I'm guessing as I start to progress with the things that I'm doing, more things will come to light and more things will be brought up to the surface, and then I will start to get stressed. And luckily, that's when I have people like Jim and Mum who actually know more, which is why you get told that you can't. I suppose you can probably start a business completely on your own, but it's obviously easier to not do it on your own. But anyway, here we are. Like I said, I've got work tomorrow, so who knows if I'll actually get anything done. I'll see if I can make a video here and there. I kind of, being a mental health nurse, I can't exactly film my entire day because of GDPR and stuff like that. Is it GDPR?
Yeah.
GDPR. But I'll see what I can do, you know.
Yeah.
It's Friday, and Friday is always pizza night and chicken. Pizza and chicken, like, can you really go wrong with that? It really sets up the weekend for greatness, even when you're working until midnight. But, you know, we take the bull by the horns.
We move.
And we move. If you've got to this point, then I appreciate you. And I would also appreciate tips and just positive affirmations over my life and said business. But yeah, laters guys.